Welcome back to episode number 13 of the Boxing Junkies Podcast. I'm your host, Sherry Abassi, as always, joined by my co-host, Harris. Harris, how you doing, brother? You okay?
I'm a bit down this week, to be honest. I was listening back to our last episode and the way we were so optimistic about certain things happening a week after, and the Dossers ruined everything again.
Just shows a lot can change in a matter of days, isn't it? Unfortunately for us boxing fans, never get your hopes up.
That's why it's so interesting, though. At the same time, it's like last second, anything can go wrong, anything can get fucked. The plan can just get stopped in one day, like we just seen this week. So yeah.
Well, like you said, probably the best place to start this week's podcast is the heavyweight drama, shall we say, Wilder Fury AJ. We saw that the arbitration came back as in favor of Deontay Wilder to get his contracted rematch, which legally speaking, if that's what the arbitrator said, then it's fair. It's just unfortunate it came at a time where we thought everything was in place for an undisputed matchup between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. The third fight, look, it's a big fight between two of the top three, at the time in the heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder deserves a rematch for his title that he lost in the ring. That's the way I look at it. I never really had an issue with the third fight. It was just a timing. If we can get the undisputed matchup, let's get that out of the way first and then move on to Wilder. However, if the contract says it's got to be an immediate rematch and the arbitrator has ruled that, then who are me and you to say anything? You know what I mean? It's obviously legally the right thing to do, and fair play to him. And I don't think the fight goes any different. Obviously, we'll get into that in a bit, but it is what it is.
Just on that point, that it's like at the end of the day, this is what I said when we spoke about it last time. Remember how you said like, oh, they're moving on. And I remember we had that conversation. I said, how can he just move on? It's because of COVID. I'm sure Wilder's got a case here because it's such a... Why would you not? If it is... Okay, so obviously there was a few things like with the injury and then the dates didn't match up. So there were certain things that didn't work out well with it all. But I definitely felt like Wilder had a case, and I understood that. The only issue is here was that Top Rank told everyone, Bob Arum told everyone that it's not a problem. That's why everything's in order. Like I don't blame Wilder, right? I don't actually blame Wilder, but he just did what he had to do. I just think Top Rank, Bob Arum, whoever dealt with that. So for what we've known is Bob Arum who was in charge of. Top Rank side that were in charge with their lawyers or whatever. The fact that you couldn't give it more of an importance, or because it was talked about like it was nothing, and even if he did win, he wouldn't get judged to fight him. He would get judged by, he needs to be agreed upon in some deal or something else. It was never going to be, he has to fight him next. We never thought that's scope or anything. Like, we always talked about it. Everything LDBDC, Nut Huggers brought it up all the time, right? And, like, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, the thing is, Arman wasn't right? Because no one really predicted that it was really going to be, like, ordered in this way and as sudden. So the thing is, all these people now, they're very happy. But if you realize it, there is a part of them that's kind of realizing that, oh shit, you know what I mean? Oh shit, Malik Scott is training Deontay Wilder, and what's gonna happen next? For him, it's like, because I just seen Tyson Fury, how active he's been in everything, and I just think that after this fight, I can't imagine what excuse they were possibly going to come up with, because after the first fight, it was the knockdown, and then the second and all that. I thought, all right, you know what, whatever. And then after the second fight, I thought, all right, it's done. Like, I walked up after watching the fight downstairs. I thought, wow, it's done. It's over. The Wilder Fury saga is over. Yes, you know what? And then Deontay Wilder came out with all that crap. After the fight, he said, you should have let me go out my shield, and Fury will fall. He was being all normal. I thought, you know what? What a sick guy. This guy is respect to Wilder. You know what? I actually respect him because he wanted to continue, right? I had dead respect for him. Walked upstairs, went sleep, woke up next day, and what he said that next day and everything that happened to Mark Breland and the whole situation, you know what I mean? I just don't have any words for this guy, honestly. But yeah, I was, as you can hear, I was very surprised that all that happened. I just think, it's like he's won, but at what cost? Do you know what I mean? All these people, LDBDC fans, whatever you call them, they've won, but at what cost? Because I really think if Deontay Wilder could have just come back nice and easy with a tune-up, got used to his new trainer, and then fought these lot after, it would have been so much better for him. You know, he's training in his back garden. He's training in his freaking basement, bro. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think it's a good thing for Wilder in general. But yeah, I was shocked with it all, obviously, and just disappointed, you know. But I guess, you know what? It's not that bad, is it? If we get these two fights they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, look, as alternative fights to Joshua Fury, Usyk, AJ, and Wilder, Fury 3, they're not bad fights, like you said.
They are the best fights I can think of. Can you think of any of the better heavyweight fights that you want to see?
Again, if you got two of the top 3 going against,
you could mix them. You could. Okay, I want to see Wilder and AJ probably before Wilder got beaten. But aside from that, right?
Yeah. Again, look, it's one of them ones. You've got two of the top 3 in Wilder and Fury going at it again. Then you got AJ against Usyk, former undisputed cruiserweight champion, going up against each other. So I don't think any of the fights are bad fights at all. Ideally, yeah, we would have rather seen, you know, AJ against Wilder rather than, you know, 3 fights with Fury, because at the end of the day, what's his name? Wilder's only getting older. You know, he's 36 this year.
36, isn't it? 36.
So if he loses to Fury, I don't see a road back for him. Is he going to want to start?
How is he going to win? Like, I don't understand. I mean, do you really give him a chance? Have you seen the training? Have you seen Malik Scott's face?
I personally, I'll tell you what I think. I think he gets smacked up badly again. He's gone. I think he's finished.
I think it's going to be way worse.
It's going to be worse because Fury was only with Stewart.
No one's going to stop this fight. No one's going to stop in the corner
because of the controversy from the first fight.
Exactly.
And Stewart was only with Fury for 3 months prior to that fight.
They've been
18 months with Stewart
now.
Fury's going to be much better.
Fury is like a beast.
Whereas Wilder's, again, listen, he's always got that equalizer, but he couldn't land it and finish him in the first 2. I don't see him landing it and finishing him in the third.
And he did land it in the second fight.
In the second fight, he landed it, and Fury
bounced
rolled
off
it and
that
took
ball head.
He took
it bounced off the ball head.
Yeah, because he came really heavy as well, didn't he? That helped him. That weight helped him big time.
Yeah, and listen, like I said, if you watch the first fight, Deontay Wilder actually looks like himself in the first 2 rounds. He looks good. He's explosive. He's fast. He cracks Fury a couple of times.
Yeah,
but Fury was better. He was bigger.
Fight.
He fought bigger. He fought stronger. This is just, you know, I don't know what they're gonna say after this fight. You know, I'm honestly predicting right now. Yeah, I'm predicting right now that I was so down. Right, I was literally so down. Remember we were texting about it, and I was so angry. Yeah, fuck this guy. But then part of me thought, you know what, this could just. The part of me was like, what if AJ fucks up against Usyk? That's what I'm most scared of, right? But. And you know how people are saying online, it's like, oh, why are people saying it's a negative if AJ and Fury lose? Like, because we want to see these two fight because they haven't fought. It's the 2 best that haven't fought yet, you fucking weirdos. Like, what the hell? Not everything's about, like, you know, it's not about being British all the time. Just the 2 haven't fought. I really wanted to see Wilder and AJ at one point. That's like same shit, right? I wasn't interested in the Fury fight because he wasn't around. Now I am because he's beating him. It's really as simple as that. But yeah, honestly, this next fight, it's just, I can't see him do anything.
Yeah, I can't see him, especially with Malik Scott. I don't know what. Again, no disrespect to Malik Scott. He wasn't one of the best fighters out there. I don't see him.
I mean, we can disrespect him because he cheated and he clearly, what do you call it? Dive. What do you call it? A dive.
Yeah, took a dive. Yeah,
he took a dive, clear as day on TV. You know what I mean? And I was so excited for that fight because of his weighing antics and all that crap. He had that mask on or whatever.
Yeah,
stupid shit. But yeah, honestly, what can Deontay Wilder possibly do? He's picking up some random bricks in his back garden, bro. Have you seen what he's training? He's just picking up bricks, like screaming like a little girl. That brick don't even look that heavy. Have you not seen his training video?
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I mean, I'm talking about the pad one. I'm talking about the outside one when he's just like picking up this massive piece of brick.
Yeah, in the sand. Yeah.
Picking up some like some rock and whatever he's doing. I mean. Those legs look skinnier than ever, mate. Though that's the only positive in all this is that Deontay Wilder is just gonna get. Like, so listen, if he hadn't done everything about Mark Breland, and then had all those accusations, if he would have just lost and like he was in the ring afterwards, say, I have a few excuses, whatever, I wasn't right, I need a surgery, cool, but I'm gonna come again and smash him up. It's not a problem, bro. Mark Breland, come on, man. Have you heard Mark Breland speak? Can you see what he's like? The fact that this man treated him that way, it's just unacceptable. The guy was sat outside his change room crying.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like, and he protected him. He protected his fighter.
if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't even be here today, man. There's no way you could have a rematch again. There's no way. He would have got badly hurt. I mean, I don't know how badly hurt he would have got, because I still don't think Kenny Bayless was that quick to jump in. I think there was still a few solid hits left.
A few shots got in, yeah.
So I mean, it's despicable. That's why I hate this guy. I don't want, like, everyone, like, you're all saying, "Oh, I can't wait till he comes back." Oh, no, I don't want him to come back. And then now he's ruined this fight for me, this perfect summer fight for me, which I was excited about.
Yeah,
talking about it every day, telling everyone at work I look like a, you're not trying to explain. What's all people saying? Well, man, why is it not happening?
Bro,
fucking hell, like,
where do I start?
Where do you start? You got to go back all the way for the rematch, rematch in Feb to 2020. But this summer, Deontay Wilder is going to get ridden from this heavyweight division, and I'm going to rejoice. I'm going to rejoice. And if he wins, then you know what? Respect to him. Honestly, God, if he wins, then he is a fucking, you know what I mean, a legit champion. But guess what? If you really think he's going to win, then, you're probably from America somewhere. That's it.
Listen, we've seen worse and much bigger upsets up in boxing than Deontay Wilder knocking Tyson Fury out, haven't we?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think it happens, personally. I think Fury will take him again. Yeah. But I've got this little inkling in my stomach here that the way this AJ Fury thing fell apart, yeah, it was perfectly set up. It's just our luck as boxing fans that AJ loses.
It's kind of fun in a way. It's kind of interesting.
Saying that Fury and Wilder goes the other way and Wilder knocks him out.
But it's the only thing about it is the wins. If you're being sensible, we really think that both people are going to win their fights based on Usyk and based on Wilder's last couple of looks. We think, and obviously Fury beat him. But if that's the only part I'm annoyed about, is if it fucks up. If it doesn't fuck them, that's kind of an interesting storyline. And you know what? I think it's going to make the Joshua Fury fight even bigger, bro. I'm telling you, even in America, if everything goes right, that's the only thing, then I kind of like it. But if it doesn't, man, that's why I'm shaking in my boots.
For me, the Usyk fight, it's an interesting fight, but I think AJ stops him. I don't really see how Usyk wins. He ain't look good at heavyweight. He's fought once a year at heavyweight. He's only getting older.
And he's put weight on.
He's put a lot of weight on as well. I don't think that weight suits him and slow him down. He's not a massive puncher that he needs to have a lot of weight on him to add to his punch, his power or anything like that. It's not. I don't know. I just don't see the game plan to beat someone like AJ. I know AJ's not invincible.
So it would basically be him on the back foot.
Yeah, but AJ's too big, too strong. He's gonna knock him out.
But I think that style is just way too easy for AJ. How can you possibly beat him? Trying to pressure him? I mean, I wouldn't do that. I would not try to. If I'm Usyk, I'm not trying to pressure AJ. Like he did to Bellew. That's suicide. How can you even? I mean, it's an interesting fight, and I'm gonna love the build up. I'm gonna love everything about it. And if everything works out well, like I said, and they end up fighting for the Undisputed later, and then you know what? It might be Undisputed for two fights now. Yeah, that could even be, and it could be in front of fans for 2 fights, or the second fight could be in Wembley next May.
Then it works out well.
It could all work out well, but this is boxing. That's the thing. Oh God, it's crazy. This bar is like, you know what they say, boxing like the Wild Wild West. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't trust anyone, bro. You can't trust any of these fighters to win. You can't trust any of these promoters to make the fights you want to see.
You can't trust anyone. But this is typical Tyson Fury, and the Tyson Fury story is just quite complicated. He's never really got his business in order.
That's the thing, innit? He's always a bit
always
shambolic.
Kind of been like this.
Always all over the place.
Some fighters just, I don't know what it is. It just happens. The only reason why I told you why I thought the fight would still go ahead, but then I thought, wait, Eddie Hearn and Matchroom are not involved in this. This is totally top rank. And I mean, I heard loads of. How many stories have you heard about Top Rank and how incompetent they are? Look, I mean, just look at Terence Crawford. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Terence Crawford thing, that's upsetting, man. Hearing Bob Arum say, he's fighting in the fall. He fought last November. What do you mean? Why is it taking a year for him to get back out? We're in May going into June now. You haven't announced a fight.
Yeah, I mean, the every single April, what happens? Terence Crawford is in negotiation to fight Manny Pacquiao in Middle East.
The only guy that's shown he can get a big fight in the Middle East is Eddie Hearn. These other clans
Exactly.
Yeah? And yes, granted, this whole AJ Fury thing was up and down, and we never got a solidified anything from Saudi to prove that the fight was going to go ahead there. Let's be honest, yeah. We got told over and over again it's happening there. We never got anything from, anyone on the other side saying, yeah, it's happening there kind of thing. But
I mean, at the end, we kind of did.
No, what I mean by that is there was nothing from that group that they could have put out a statement saying, yeah, we've agreed to fight and we're building a stadium. You know how they do the Ruiz and AJ?
I know what you mean.
They put the names.
I think that was coming any moment still, innit?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, after all the talk, there's nothing that solidified.
Yeah, but okay, I know what you're saying, but from their side, why would you put that out with fights not done? It's like a bit weird to say.
Exactly. I'm just saying, generally, the only one that's proven he can get a fight there is Eddie Hearn. The whole Qatar thing that Pacquiao and Crawford, whoever the hell else out in the Middle East, they can't get it done.
Pacquiao versus everyone.
Yeah, the only one that got it done was Eddie Hearn for a reason, AJ, and obviously he went ahead and they made a lot of money, and that's fine. But no one else seems to be able to get it done out there for some reason. I think Bob Arum, as someone who's a lawyer, same with Al Heyman, I reckon they were all in on this. I would not be surprised, and I think it makes sense for Fury to go in and fight Wilder, beat him, make a
honestly, yeah, I highly doubt that. I just think that honestly, yeah, that people are not aware of how dumb people actually are in the business, even at this highest level. People are very arrogant and they're cocky and they don't believe that, they believe certain things are just gonna fall in their direction, and sometimes it doesn't. And like, why think about the amount of money that was here already? Why would they want this to happen? They could have done with the Wilder thing time ago. They had all this whole year to do it, but so yeah, I know what you're saying. I honestly don't think so. I think with Heyman lot, sorry, am I back?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so I think obviously with Heyman lot, they might have they might have been, yeah, let's do it this date. I just don't think the date, it does seem odd, and I think that's why people are a bit seems a bit fishy, right? Why does it Tyson Fury puts out the video? Why did this happen the day after? The arbitrator could have seen that video and thought, well, why is he acting so cocky? This thing's not settled yet. That could easily have happened. So I don't think, honestly, that it was something they planned because there's so much money in it for everyone. ESPN, everyone. ESPN was going to have the rights for it in the US. That's a big deal for him.
Yeah.
So I think that conspiracy is a bit far-fetched, but
yeah, no, but I'm just saying the way within 3 days they've got the Wilder fight.
It's weird, isn't it? It's so weird.
They were signing contracts tonight. It's like, oh, that's quick. But then again, the terms already agreed. It was 60-40 Fury, so we know what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when everything's coming out now, it's like, yeah, well, I mean,
we knew that already. This is all stuff we knew, exactly.
Yeah.
But listen, if they're doing that Vegas Allegiant Stadium, it's a massive fight, man.
Do you think that's going to sell out Allegiant Stadium?
I don't know about sell out, but because of the controversy from last fight, I think a lot of people are going to.
Listen, if they bill it for August and they really market the shit out of it, then there is a chance. But
again, sellout is a big ask, yeah, even for a heavyweight fight at this magnitude. But I think they'll sell a lot of tickets.
Yeah, I mean,
and the controversy of the last fight, the whole cheating thing, the gloves,
that's what I'm saying. If they play it right, if Wilder seems a bit genuine and makes a few people get on his side, I think they could. How big is Allegiance? Is it 90,000?
It's 90,000, yeah. Something like that.
That's a bit far-fetched, but they probably could do a decent number. But
50,
like I said,
60, 70 probably they can do it. On the
top rank
is
Top Rank is going to be the host promoter and do all that. Again, bro, like, we don't know. Look where they got Ramirez Taylor tomorrow. Like, in a little, what is that, little hall? Asian wedding's bigger than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't understand Top Rank. Sometimes they do things a bit strange. They could have had that in Texas or something, but obviously they got a nice little site fee from the hotel or whatever, casino. I bet fighters don't see much of that, So there we go.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens with that in it, but it's going to be, the next 2 months are going to be...
It's in July, August, right?
July 24th. It's 2 months away, bang on.
August, man.
Yeah, it's 2 months away.
It's probably going to rush it all.
8 weeks.
It's gonna be an eventful summer.
Thing is, put it this way: since we saw that first video of Wilder, it's been 3 weeks already. Yeah, so he's probably been doing some light training. Fury's been training for the last 3-4 weeks within America. So the fight camps have technically already started, regardless of whether.
I think Fury's really fit. He's been training hard. I've seen him train hard.
So let's hope he's not overtraining. Let's hope he doesn't come in too skinny. We need to be big against Wilder.
If he still looks fat. I've seen those love handles on the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
They ain't going nowhere. Doesn't matter how much he loses now because he got so big.
No, that's
unless
good.
Unless it's liposuction, they ain't going. But again, look, this is his body style and it works for him, so fair play to him.
No, but he needs that, though, innit?
Yeah, he needs a bit more fat on him against Wilder. But yeah, look, I know you're quite clear in terms of you don't like Wilder and all that, blah, blah. I enjoy Wilder for what he is. You know, I mean, I'm not saying he's one of the greatest ever. I've never ever thought that. He's unorthodox. But he's fun with the knockouts, dramatic knockouts, whether they're shit or average fighters, whatever. He hasn't got the best resume as well. Fair enough, but he's an exciting fighter, and he's that third piece of the division after AJ and Fury. And he's always, I think he's been good in interviews. He's generally come across all right. This is only what happened after this fight that made people think, oh, what the fuck? But mainly for me, it's the fans and the crazy shit that come out with. You know what I mean? The deluded fans. That's how the whole me and Artman going back and forth even started. You know what I mean? Because I was poking fun at him most of the time. And then obviously he came out on top. Fair enough. Artman was right. I've said it. And now I'm just bantering him, saying he was right and shit and getting gassed. But it's all Twitter and it's part of the fun and games. But look, the fight is looking like it's pretty much done for 24th of July. 2 months away. It'll come around very, very quickly. And we're going to have a very, very interesting build up for the fight. So it'll be good to see what happens. Then obviously we've got Usyk and AJ now in negotiations as well. We'll see where that goes. Thing is now, where does that leave people like Joe Joyce, Dylan White, and these guys? We know Dylan White's fighting in July against someone in America. We don't know the opponent yet. Where does that leave Joe Joyce? Does he chase like a Tony Yoka, get him out the way, knock him out, and come back? There's still a lot of other things going on in the heavyweight division, but now we know where the division's sort of going. We know AJ Usyk's happening, and we know Fury and Wilder 3 is happening. So we finally have some movement in terms of the title picture. So that'll be exciting. We'll see where that goes. I think best place to move on to next is the big fight this weekend, the undisputed super lightweight championship of the world between WBC, WBO champion Jose Ramirez, and then the Ring Magazine, IBF, and WBA Super World champion Josh Taylor. Do you want to give me your fight breakdown and how you think it's going to go?
Honestly, I'm so excited for this fight. So it's on Fight TV, yeah? So BT Sport was they showed his last fight, I'm sure.
Yeah, he fought on BT in one of Frank Warren's cards, didn't he?
All right, so here BT is smashing it with the international fight coverage again. Well done, lads, well done. Anyway, so like singing Josh Taylor, yeah, and then Jose Ramirez. Did you watch the Postol fight? What did you think of that?
Ramirez or Taylor, sorry?
Ramirez.
Yeah, I thought it was tough, man. A lot of people had Postol winning. A lot of people had, Ramirez winning, but he didn't look good, did he? It wasn't like a very
style-wise.
Yeah,
style-wise,
bad matchup for him.
I wouldn't say Postol is anything like Taylor. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Postol is arguably a better boxer on the outside than Josh Taylor, right? Yeah. I think and his length is what gave Ramirez a lot of problems. So Ramirez comes forward, he does combination in bunches, he does good little angle shifts, trained by Robert Garcia. What's his best friend? Hooker.
Oh shit. Yo. Pacquiao Spence, August 14th. Can you see it?
What?
It's been announced, Pacquiao versus Spence, August 21st, Las Vegas. PBC.
Fuck. What?
Can you see
Pacquiao? No, wait, what?
Just
August
been announced
14th.
Announced by
What's
Pacquiao.
Up with that date, man? Why is everyone obsessed with that
August
date?
21st, August 21st. Fucking hell. Go on, Pacquiao.
Pacquiao Spence. Are you being serious? Is this official?
Yeah, it's announced by PBC. It's everywhere. That's why people were tweeting earlier. When you see the announcement later on, hold your thingy, hold your horses and sit down. All this sort of shit.
That's why my little brother was calling you. One sec. Oh my god, yeah, my little brother's texting me now.
Bro,
no, this is
how can
crazy.
You hate Pacquiao, man? He's gonna get knocked out though, but how can you hate him, bro?
You think he's gonna get knocked out?
Oh, he's gonna get lopsided 12-round decision at this point.
Pacquiao's not fought for 2 years.
Oh my god.
Has he not
Pacquiao saves the sport again after all the bullshit. Pacquiao always pops up and saves the sport.
Where is it going to be?
Las Vegas. It doesn't say where. It just said PBC pay-per-view.
Put down allegiance. I'm telling you.
It'll probably be there. It'll sell out.
I'm telling you.
It might be Pacquiao's last fight.
August 21st.
Bro, how can you not love Pacquiao?
I'm shell-shocked right now.
Whether he's a drug cheat or not, unproven, but how can you not think he's a...
Yeah, you know what? I used to be on that flex, but I mean,
unless he fails one, you can't use anything.
He's VADA tested his last couple of fights. I don't know if he was in the Thurman fight.
Not in the Thurman fight, no, not in the Thurman fight. And he looked good in that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will be in this fight. And
bro,
honestly, he's proven he's still good.
How has he just come out of nowhere now and saved the sport out of nowhere? Just giving everyone a boost.
I'm in shock.
I did think that was coming because people said there were negotiations, and I was like, okay, maybe. Yeah.
When I've not heard anything about negotiations.
This came about 3 weeks ago, saying that Pacquiao's moved on from when the Crawford thing flopped, which we knew was going to happen. They said, "We've gone straight into negotiations with Spence," and Uga started tweeting stuff about opportunities and stuff like that. So I think they must have told him, "You relax. You'll get the fight if he beats Pacquiao. You'll get the undisputed fight. Sorry, you'll get the next fight after that." The only thing is now,
surprise announcements.
The only thing is, listen, Ugas hasn't got a fight date, and Pacquiao was WBA champion in recess. So is he going to become super champion again to give him the, if Spence wins, does he get the title kind of thing? There's going to be some fuckery from the WBA now, isn't it?
I bet Crawford's thinking, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. That's another backhand for Crawford now, isn't it, basically, for him? Oh, my God.
Crawford, that is embarrassing. He was going to fight. The negotiation was all about him. Spence has not said a word. Boom, the fight's done. That's how you talk. Wow. Listen, how might be good over. There's someone. Listen, I love surprise announcements.
So Pacquiao jumps to PBC, smacks up Adrian Broner, gives Keith Thurman, takes his over. Yeah, I'm not afraid to let it go. Yeah. Then 2 years later,
Pacquiao beats Spence
in a pandemic, and he goes after Spence.
If Pacquiao beats Spence, then
what a geezer!
I mean, this is
all-time great anyway. But if he beats him,
think of this fight.
If he beats Spence or drops him or does something crazy and comes out in a close lose a decision, no one's going to lose respect for Pacquiao because he's that good and he's that much of a legend. But oh my God.
Bloody hell, that's an unreal fight.
And the thing was, I wasn't going to pick my phone up then, but I had notifications on Twitter. People were tweeting me, so I was like, oh shit. And I looked at it, I was like, oh my God.
I just got spoken my weather before too. I didn't check it. I didn't check it. That's obviously what it was. He just texted me now, so fucking hell. That's crazy. What a fight. Wow. It's gonna be great. It's on Fox.
Yeah, PBC pay-per-view on Fox.
Wow.
What a guy. Oh, everyone's cussing Terence Crawford on the timeline, man.
I told you.
Yeah, we knew that doesn't happen, but speaking it.
Just Terence, just go there. Just tell him, please, just release me. Let me go. And then go fight Sean Porter on PBC. And then fight the winner of that fight, Man, the guy's 34 years old, so he needs to get moving now. It's no time to waste. I think someone was saying he might fight Josecito Lopez or one of those fighters.
Yeah, because he's in a fighting someone shit now. And who else is there left?
Sean Porter.
No, Porter said that the offer wasn't good enough and all this sort of stuff. And
that's what I'm saying. They need to sort that out. I bet Spence getting 10 million, but Pacquiao's probably getting 20, 15 million guaranteed. Spence probably getting 15 million guaranteed. This is heavy money, this. That's unreal. That's how you make big fights happen.
Completely sidetracked there, isn't it? But wow, Pacquiao, what a geezer.
Do you even care about Josh Taylor and Ramirez now?
No, of course. Listen, that's immediate. That's tomorrow, isn't it? You can't really escape that. So you got to deal with it.
No, but I'm just saying, like.
But yeah, it has 3 months from today, man. 3 months from today.
Yeah, but talking points wise, you literally can't.
You can't go back to anything else now.
Can't really think anything else than this. That's crazy.
The only thing, listen, for me now, for the future of the sport, you want Errol Spence to win it. Yeah? But
I don't know if we do. I don't know if you do.
There's that thing in your heart in it that you just want Pacquiao to come out.
Yeah, but I don't know if you do for the future of the sport, because I think Pacquiao winning and them having a rematch and them having everyone mixing it is even better. If Pacquiao has a good fight with Spence and it's close and he wins, then he's going to be more confident having the rematch.
Yeah, but he's saying that he wants to have one fight this year and retire. But then he said that last time he was going to.
Yeah, but I know, but you don't know what happens. Like, honestly, you see what happens this fight. If Pacquiao can perform, because I do think that wasn't the best Thurman and he nearly beat him. So, I don't know.
What do you think then? After 2 years out of the ring, what do you think you can do against Spence?
So is it 2 years now? Like this summer?
It's 2 years as of July. It'll be 2 years since he's fought Thurman.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, innit? Spence didn't look great against Danny. So
you don't think so? You don't think he looked good?
No. I think he looked really good, but I just think I've just seen him look a bit better. He even said himself that he didn't perform at his best.
Yeah.
No, but he's good. He looked great. Good enough to be Pacquiao.
Can you imagine?
But it was easy, innit? It was a bit easy for him. It's not like he had to, against Brook, he went through the gears, innit? He had to. I think against Danny Garcia, it just was a bit one pace. It was easy for him. That's basically what I mean. Like against Pacquiao's going to ask him more questions, I feel. So,
easy. Can you not just do what he did against Mike?
More than Danny Garcia. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard to say how good is Pacquiao. You know how much has Pacquiao got left? Prime Pacquiao, prime Spence. I'd take Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Prime Pacquiao, prime Spence. I'd take Pacquiao any day. But right now, he's still got enough left for that one night to make him make him the greatest of all time.
Legends.
If he wins against Errol Spence, he's the greatest of all time.
What makes you say that?
Just his resume, just the way.
Oh shit! And listen, if he beats him, he's unified welterweight champion for the first time in his career.
Exactly, in 2021. Shit. Imagine he becomes undisputed in 2021. He has to be the greatest, especially welterweight. That's just of a certain, like, the last 40, like, his resume wise. Obviously, he's still not better than Floyd, but Pacquiao in itself, what he's done. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think. Is there something wrong with this geezer? There's no need for him to protect his fight money, obviously, but you don't need to get into the risk against Spence.
I mean, if he's VADA tested and he performs well, then he's a phenomenon.
Even if he's not VADA tested and goes there and performs well, fuck it, bro. I like Pacquiao.
Yeah, that's a bit, yeah. But then Spence might not be VADA tested. That's going to be even worse luck for Pac.
Shit, wow. Man. We just talk about everything else and how disappointing the sport is, and then you get that. But that's why we love the sport.
That's why boxing is great. That's why boxing is great.
Just about when we're done, they pull us back in, and it's one of them ones.
Exactly. I'm so excited now. Is that your cat?
Yeah, he's here now. He's watching me. Yeah, so
wow.
Yeah, like I said, talking points now. It's going to be all night. We're going to be gassing it about that and trying to picture how the fight goes and all that shit. 3 months of build up now. Oof. But Pacquiao's tweeted it out. No one else tweeted it out. He's actually put out the poster. PBC ain't put anything, and nor is Spence yet. But I don't think it matters. I think Pacquiao's the boss here, isn't it? He's a fuck beyond point out.
Right. Wait. PBC hasn't put anything out.
No, Pacquiao's put out an official PBC poster.
All right. So it says PBC on it.
Yeah. Everything's on there. It's just not been tweeted by their account. But he's probably said to them, "I want to put it out," kind of thing, in it. When Terence, Mike Coppinger, when Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao collapsed, PBC immediately made efforts to match with Manny, and they've got it done. Okay, yeah.
Manny Pacquiao so said they got it done.
Yeah, it's done. Pacquiao versus Spence is a done deal, a legitimate done deal, and Pacquiao has signed the contract for the fight on August 21st. Hence his announcement poster. Announcement poster has been released. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I love.
So he's announced it because he's already signed his side of the contract. Spence ain't signed his apparently yet, but he will. Why won't he?
Fucking hell, that's crazy. Big time.
Wow. Fair play, innit? Age, ring rust, Spence post-accident. That's why this will be must-watch.
I don't think it's going to be like... I don't think it'll be like... if Spence knocks him out, I think it'll be like late. I don't think he'll knock him out early. I think it'll be very competitive.
And Pacquiao can take a punch, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be very competitive. And he's got speed, still got speed and angles, I'm telling you, man.
This
Spence
is the thing,
a lot.
He catches people at, like, they can't predict him when he throws those punches. That's why he always gets early knockdowns, but people can't read him in it.
Oh, this is great. I wish I could go to this fight.
Imagine you drop Spence, man. That'd be funny.
Oh, wow.
Southpaw versus Southpaw as well, so yeah.
This is proper hard. This is what I'm talking about. Manny Pacquiao used to be what Canelo is kind of becoming, right? Pacquiao, his pay-per-view sales, his ticket revenue, he was unreal, like numbers.
This will be massive. This will sell out the Legion Stadium.
Honestly, Manny Pacquiao, I think if it really everything's correct and done, I think this could sell out Legion Stadium. You know these Filipinos, bro, they're crazy. I'm telling you. And these Texas Spence is a big fan. And Spence
if they market as one of his last fights as well, then yeah.
They market this correctly. It'll be Spence is a big name. Spence is the biggest pay-per-view star after Canelo, you'd say.
Currently, yeah.
Obviously, after Manny Pacquiao too. So put these two together. Manny Pacquiao is the second one. So put these two together. How many pay-per-views do you think? More than a million?
I don't know, about 800,000, 900,000.
I think it'll do more than a million.
I don't think it's a
massive name.
He is, but he's not done those sort of numbers for many years.
Yeah, but he's not fought. He against Thurman, he did about 500-600.
These are sad, man. People are saying, "Oh, meanwhile, Floyd fighting Logan Paul." You don't have to compare him to that, man. Pacquiao's still an active boxer.
Yeah.
Wow,
right.
I'm speechless.
Should we talk about Ramirez Taylor now?
Yeah, that literally came at the wrong time. I was just.
I know it's fun.
I was looking at the weigh-in results for Ramirez Taylor and then seeing them go headbutt each other. Next minute, I saw the poster. Okay, so Ramirez Taylor. Let's rewind. You give me your breakdown for the fight.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, Ramirez is a fast-paced combination puncher. He definitely punches in bunches, at least 3-4 at a time. Likes to I think he's gotten better since he's been with Robert, like more with the jab. He sets things up better. I can't see him outboxing Taylor. I think, like I said, Taylor's not great at long range, but he's still better than Ramirez. He's still more accurate. I feel his punches are better. They're both good on the inside. I think Taylor's a bit neater. Like if you've seen in the Prograis fight, he was so good at upping the levels when he wanted to and stepping off and pushing him off the shoulder and then landing quick shots and then going off. And that little switch in volume is really what sets him apart, I feel. And I think that's what it's going to do in this fight, because I think Ramirez is going to try to have it at that pace. And I think if Taylor keeps circling him well, and as later the fight goes, starts busting him up on the inside and moving him about and stuff like that, I think that's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be like easy. I think maybe Ramirez can like raise to a level that we haven't seen. I think he has that in him. He's good. If Taylor isn't like on his game, then he's going to lose 100%. Just like the Prograis fight. But if he's like a spiteful bastard and he's like fighting like he did against Prograis, maybe I don't know, maybe Ramirez has a bit better footwork than Prograis, I'm not sure. So it'll be interesting to see. But I think Taylor's going to win. Like obviously most people, we all kind of think Taylor's going to win without doubting it. But I think it'll be interesting to see how he goes about it. He can do everything so well. I think he can definitely body shots and, like I said, that volume change and shit like that. I don't know what Ramirez can really do. His fight's kind of one way, and he's trying to like back you up, pressure you, overwhelm you. Just does quite well, takes quite a few shots. And he's not like the cleanest, as in like his defense is decent, it's not unreal. Decent counter puncher. I don't think he's good enough, to be honest. I think Taylor's like elite level. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I think Ramirez is going to give it all 100%.
Sorry, I was muted there. I was talking about muted. I think Josh Taylor's going to take it. I don't know if he'll be able to stop Ramirez. I think he's a spiteful guy. He's going to want to hurt him. He's going to want to make a statement in the biggest sort of stage of his life, fighting for the Undisputed title. He's repeatedly spoken about this and wanting to take the titles back home to Buchanan and show them to him and stuff. And I think Taylor's generally shown different sides to his game, whereas Ramirez, we've only seen him sort of fight. I'm not saying exactly one way, but he's only shown certain things. I think Taylor's more skilled. I think he's got more to his game. I think levels-wise, I just think he's above Ramirez. That doesn't mean Ramirez can't win or can't hurt him or can't show things he hasn't shown us before. We don't know. But I feel like Taylor's pretty much got this in the bag. Won't be easy. I think it'll be a tough fight. I think it'll be very competitive at points. I think Taylor can potentially stop him, but if I was to really had to sort of go for something that I thought was most likely, I'd probably go for a Taylor decision. But for him to get the decision, I feel like he's really got to put it on him and make sure he clearly wins the rounds. I don't think it'll be a similar sort of fight to Prograis and him, because with Prograis is a bit smaller as well. They both decide to stand there and sort of get on the inside and sort of slug it out, and then they had points where they were sort of long range as well. So I don't know. I think Ramirez and him is going to be more mid range, maybe not as much inside. Well, what do you think? Do you think there'll be a bit more inside, or I don't see it going like that?
I think Ramirez, he's got better like straight shots. He seems.
That's what I was saying. He's got more long range shots in it.
Yeah, I've not. That's what I'm saying. So maybe, but he still likes to fight on the inside because he just throws a lot of combos. You know what I'm saying? I think if they do get close and just tries to throw, I don't think he'll be neat enough. You know what I'm saying? Like Taylor's so good with the hooks and spinning off and all that.
That's what I'm saying exactly.
Yeah, mid range maybe. Yeah, I know that's gonna be really interesting to see how that plays out. I think Taylor's just gonna honestly. I think he's gonna make Ramirez a bit confused. Like I think
he's making it look basic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think Taylor's got a lot more levels to his game, and we're going to see a lot more from him. The only thing is, a lot of people are sort of, I think a lot of people are, what I'm trying to say, they're not giving Taylor the credit. Like, a lot of Americans, they think, oh, he's lost his head, and this, that, but I don't think they watch him fight, bro. He's always like this. You've seen how much of a vicious guy he is to people for no reason. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm sure he respects his opponents, but whenever the fight week comes, he loses his head and just, he's on him. That's it.
He's a fight. I love that attitude. I think it's nice. I mean,
he's not there to be friends with anyone. After the battle, as soon as the fight's done, straight away he shakes the hand and says, "Let's go for a drink." You always see him do
exactly,
this. Let's go for a beer.
And he still shook his hand after the fight. It's not like they're that bad. But if you're getting someone's head, I mean, Ramirez did look a bit. I don't know if he's just like that, because obviously we don't know him as well. But he did
pretty
look
simple
a bit.
guy from what interviews I've seen.
He looked a bit. He looked a bit. Looked a bit apprehensive around Taylor when he was like talking in his face and stuff like that. I don't know if that's going to have any impact, obviously. But it did look like Taylor was getting to him a tiny bit. But we'll see what happens in it, if it's true or not. But he did. I mean, with the weigh-in, with the comments Taylor made, he looked weak. I don't know. It did look a bit gone. I think Taylor looked a bit gone today. I've not seen today's weigh-in proper, but Taylor looked good yesterday, and Ramirez looked a bit dry. But don't know. So a lot of people look like that. Canelo's always looked like that, and he performed like a beast. So I wouldn't read too much into it. But yeah, so you'll be both going with Taylor wins.
Yeah, I think Taylor potentially could stop him late, or
body shots.
Yeah, whatever, bro. I think he's just
Ramirez got a hell of an engine.
Yeah, yes, but I just don't think he can compete with Taylor. I think Taylor's that good. I think he's probably as a British sort of thing, he's our best fighter overall in terms of and the run he's been on.
Besides Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Tyson Fury is a separate thing, innit? You know,
Tyson Fury, AJ, Josh Taylor.
Yeah, they're the top three in it currently. You can't really. I don't think there's an argument there.
I would definitely say. I mean, Josh Taylor's had 17 fights. If he becomes undisputed in 18 fights,
fair play to him.
It's unbelievable. And hats off to the McGuigans. They matched him really, really well coming up. You know, he didn't cherry pick anyone. He had good fights. He had I think that's the best matched fighter I've seen come through, and I love to watch how they matched and everything.
Yeah,
I feel like the job that they done with him was spot on. And obviously,
the postal fight came exactly at the right time for him.
And you know, some things fall into play well, or Harry Davis chat shit at the right time. You can't say McGuigan planned that. But look, everything worked out well. You need that a bit. You know, if it happens,
the World Boxing Super Series was great for him. Yeah.
Honestly, great matchmaking. Everything, like when he fought that Mexican, and he went to America early on in his career, and a lot of people in the beginning were saying he's a bit boring and stuff. You know what I mean? I remember reading it all, but it turned out to be a real.
He's far from boring, bro. Every fight he has is exciting.
Honestly, Josh Taylor is.
I've not seen a boring Josh Taylor fight recently. In the last 5 years,
Josh Taylor's always in really good fights. He's fast. He's got power. He's strong.
And he's mean. He's like Crawford in it.
He's mean.
Do you really see Crawford in him? You don't really see Crawford in a fight because he puts it on people, innit? Yeah, that's the thing.
He's a fight fan's dream, innit, Josh Taylor. So
that's I'm excited, man. I'm hyped for tomorrow. I might have to sleep beforehand though. It's not Ramadan anymore. So I'm gonna be awake in it. I'm gonna sleep first.
That Canelo Saunders took me like a week to go back to normal.
Yeah, I'm still tired, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still knackered. I've had a couple this week. But yeah, I think look, me and you're pretty much in the same sort of boat here. I think Taylor's gonna show separation, and you know he will be undisputed. And again, what a run, man! Undisputed champion, so young in his career. By the age of 30, he's unified the whole division, and that's the first of hopefully 3 undisputed fights.
Crawford.
What about him?
If he calls out Crawford, what do you think about that?
Not yet.
No.
I think he should get one fight at 147, and then I think Bob hasn't really got a choice, bro. Who else is to match him with? If he can't, if he's getting Josecito Lopez at the end of the year, it's a bit of a piss take. Again, that's some bullshit. And then if he next May he matches him with, I don't think Josh Taylor beats Crawford. And the other thing is Virgil Ortiz is going to be mandatory as well, isn't it? So
yeah. I don't know if he beats Crawford, but I think if he puts size on the right way and acclimatizes the right way to the weight, I think he can possibly be his biggest challenge besides Spence. That's how good I think Josh Taylor is, and can become still. I think he's got loads of years left to excel, and goes up to welterweight, and he fights Crawford in 2 years or something. I really think that Josh Taylor's got it in him. Not, you know, I don't know to beat Crawford, but I mean, listen, Josh Taylor 17 fights in. Where was Crawford at 17 fights in? So let's see what happens.
Different thing in it, yeah. But on the topic of Terence Crawford, look, man. The last few days, it's just been in my head. Ever since I heard, I read something on Twitter saying, you know, we're going to try and find him a fight for the fall. I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck is going on? The man's number 2 pound for pound on my list anyway. It's only him behind Canelo. That I'll put that closely. I get Inoue is great, but I wouldn't put him right behind Canelo. Crawford for me, in terms of what I've seen him do in the ring, regardless of level of competition, I completely appreciate that. But I look at him and I see a special fighter. You know what I mean? Just the talent he's got. And the way he does things, man, ambidextrous, mean, just the whole, like, the ingredients of what make Terence Crawford good. Like, that's a fighter I want to see fighting 2-3 times a year. You know what I mean? And then for them to say we're getting him a fight for the fall, we're going into June. You're probably not going to announce until July or August, realistically speaking. Yeah. Now, this announcement we've just seen, that's pissed me off more now because that should have been Crawford and Pacquiao, which should have been done 3 or 4 years ago, if anything, when he was with top rank Pacquiao. But now Pacquiao's not only, gone into negotiations with him, he's come out of negotiations with him and he's gone in with Spence straight away. And Crawford's just sitting there like a dickhead on the side. You know what I mean? I don't think it's anything to do.
Sign with the PBC.
This is the thing. I don't think it's anything to do with Crawford himself as a fighter. I don't think he's scared of anyone.
It's definitely not on Crawford at all.
None of that business. Sure. This is the politics.
And they haven't got the welterweights. If they haven't got the money, fine. Get him off then. Simple.
I don't understand why he didn't just buy himself out his contract after the Kell Brook fight, because there was a lot of back and forth.
Maybe he's on. I think he's on a 3
million guaranteed, in it.
Guaranteed. So it's like,
do I stay with the money?
If he's got a year left, why not get another fight for 3.4? He's not guaranteed.
Yeah, but then in that year, think about it.
What if the PBC's not? What if he's not spoke to the PBC? Why if they're not even proper reached out? We don't know the situation, right? If they reach out to him and say, listen, we'll buy you out, let's sort it out. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but if they have and he hasn't, then I don't know what he's doing.
It's just upsetting, man, because he's 34 this year. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Granted, yeah, you can argue he hasn't taken a lot of punishment in his career. He's got plenty of years left and all that business, but he's still getting older. You know what I mean? And I think he beats Spence. So what I don't want to happen is to get to 36, 37, and then he doesn't look the same. You know what I mean? When the fight happens, that's sort of my worry. I love Terence Crawford. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's got a lot to offer to the sport. I just don't think he can do a lot with Top Rank. Like you said, they haven't got the fighters. They had to bring in Kell Brook. They had to bring in Amir Khan.
Exactly, I mean? and we don't want him to fight Spence if he's not active. We want him to fight, keep fighting. Listen, even if it's not best fight, it's a game of date. Just let him keep fighting. Let him keep knocking people out. So when he fights Spence, because I do believe he's going to fight Spence. I think Spence is doing what he has to do, but I do think he's going to fight Spence, right?
It'll happen when it's meant to happen. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't. I want Crawford to be at his best. I don't want him to sit there and not do anything, And I'm not. Even the Brook fight wasn't that long ago. When was it?
November, my friend. 6 months ago.
Right, yeah. So I mean, at least have something in plan. That's what the issue is. There's no strategies like Sean Porter. Then it's nothing. Then it's this guy. Then it's this guy. It's like if they should have had something already done, April, May time. It's gonna be in the fall. I mean, I don't understand that. That's gonna be a year, then, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. It's a whole year out for no reason.
Like, why not just now? Now, March, April, May, June, like a July, fine, August. Just get a date and whatever. Stupid.
Even for Spence, it's been 9 months at the ring, but you can understand why they've waited, because Pacquiao came on the scene, in it. So you wait for that.
Yeah. When did he fight Danny?
December.
Yeah.
It's 9 months.
Yeah, whatever.
Again, you don't need to waste 9 months.
Yeah, I know, but Spence, I mean, if he fights one more time this year, then that's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, but if you fight, exactly. If he fights Pacquiao, and
you know what PBC fight is, we've seen this for time now.
This is how they work, once or twice a year max, for the top dogs, isn't it? But yeah, I'm just sad to see the way things are going with Terence Crawford, man. Good fighter,
yeah, definitely.
So much talent, but he just
prime right now.
His prime is coming and going.
We don't even know, yeah.
Again, he's a 3-division champion, 1-time undisputed champion. He's got a title, so he should be able to get big fights. But unfortunately, as I keep saying, wrong side of the street. And yes, look, it's all good and well having a 3 million guarantee and then whatever extra you make on top and then feeding your family. He's got a lot of kids in it. I get it. But to secure your legacy, you need to get some big fights. Whether that's Danny Garcia, Porter, whoever. Well, Danny Garcia is going to want
to needs to make some move.
He's out the picture now. He needs to make some.
What is he waiting for? What is he waiting for?
Exactly.
What are you waiting for? You're just getting older. You're not 29. Mikey Garcia still had a couple of years in it, and he came back and made his money. You're getting past that.
Yeah, man, it's not a good look. It's not a good look, and a lot of people, especially American fans, what I don't understand, which I think it's to do with the fact that he's not with PBC, he's with Arum. A lot of the Black American fans, for example, are very anti-Crawford and say he's ducking Spence and all this stuff, which I find surprising because normally they always support their own people. But they're very anti-Crawford. They always back Spence. That's because he's with Arum. If he was with PBC, I'm sure they'd.
Definitely.
It's that situation, in it, but that makes me sad as well because Crawford is a great fighter. He does a lot more than I think. He's better than Spence overall. Whether that means he beats him or not is a different story. I think he beats him in a tough competitive fight. It won't be easy, but I think he does a lot more, and he's got more to his game and more skill. I just think he's the type of guy who would have Spence's number on the night. But we've got to get in the ring, in it. So. Again,
we don't want it to happen when it's too late, basically.
Yeah, man. I want to see.
We know it's going to happen, but we don't want it to happen when it's too late. Yeah.
Bang on. I want to see both of them as close as we can to when they're at their best. But again, hopefully, I hope we get an announcement soon, man. Because now we've got Spence's fight announced with Pacquiao. You know, that's embarrassing for him, if anything. And people are going to get onto him now. Like I said, I saw that on my feed just a second ago. It shouldn't be about that. Just enjoy the fact that Pacquiao's coming back. You know what I mean? Even if it is his last fight, if he wins, if he loses, whatever, let's just celebrate. You know, one of the all-time greats, and give some credit to Spence as well. He's got a big fight now. But yeah, Terence Crawford, man, something's got to give. Anything else you can think of that you want to discuss this week?
Nope.
Yeah, I think the Pacquiao thing's thrown us off, and it would have probably gone to other things, but that's just sort of
That's good.
Yeah, thrown us off completely. All right, bro, we'll wrap it up there then, and then we'll catch up hopefully Sunday night then, after or maybe early next week, depending on what your schedule is for the post fight for Taylor and Ramirez, and any other news we get between now and then. Any questions that anyone has, please feel free to email us at the Boxing Junkies Podcast at gmail.com. We're happy to discuss any of the topics you send us, or leave us a comment on YouTube. Again, the Boxing Junkies Podcast on YouTube. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next edition. Thank you.